Just into the 11 Alive newsroom, video of Roderick Walker walking out of the Fulton County Jail. Walker is the man seen on cell phone video beaten by Clayton County deputies during a traffic stop. He bonded out of Clayton County earlier this week, then transferred to Fulton, where he also faces charges. His attorney tells us the first order of business is to get medical care for him.
He suffered numerous injuries if you watch the video. So right now we're going to set him up with the neurologist, have a full battery of MRIs to find out what his medical condition is.
Today, Clayton County identified the sheriff's deputy fired for excessive force following Walker's arrest. He spent less than a year with the Clayton County's office. Joe Hankey has more on his background.
Well, this afternoon, we received the personnel file from the Clayton County Sheriff's Office for the now fired deputy Brandon Myers. That record shows no previous discipline or complaints against him while he was with Clayton County. Sheriff's Office records indicate Brandon Myers was fired Sunday for excessive force and neglect of duty. He was one of two deputies captured in cell phone video on top of Roderick Walker punching him. The second deputy was Dakota Riddick. A third deputy holding a woman back, identified as Demetrius Valentine. Myers' personnel file shows he was hired as a deputy in Clayton County last November. Previously worked for 2 years as a Savannah police officer and more than a year in Port Wentworth, Georgia as a firefighter. A Clayton County incident report released today details Riddick pulling over a vehicle last Friday for a broken taillight and a front passenger not wearing a seatbelt. Riddick wrote the passenger was Walker and he refused to identify himself. Riddick says he attempted to detain Walker until he was ID'd and then Walker started to run. The incident report describes Walker fighting off deputies who then tased him. Walker allegedly responding by punching and elbowing the deputies and the deputies punching him in return. Deputies booked Walker into the Clayton County Jail for charges of battery and obstructing law enforcement. He bonded out, but was then immediately transferred to Fulton County for an outstanding arrest warrant. Riddick wrote Walker said he ran because of the Fulton County warrant. Only Myers was fired and none of the deputies have been charged, but the Clayton District Attorney is still investigating the case.
Joe, we have seen brief cell phone clips of the arrest. Has the sheriff's office released any of its own video from this arrest, body cam or dash cam video?
Well, Cheryl, I requested any video of the incident that the Clayton County Sheriff's Office had, whether that's dash camera or body camera footage. They told me no such video exists. I followed up and asked if that's because cameras were present but not turned on, or if there were no cameras present from the Sheriff's Office. So far, we have not received a response.
So as Roderick Walker left the jail today, we had the opportunity to ask his attorney about the allegations in the incident report that Walker resisted arrest, but he said that he could not address that right now.
We have not been provided with any copy of any police report. As recently as today, I went to go get a report from Clayton County, so we don't have it.